With a major update releasing in a game, it's without a doubt that there is going to be controversy, in this case, including the questioning of if this update was worth the wait. So was Floor 2 worth the wait? Let's take a look. Floor 2, as many know, was released on August 30th, pulling in around 200,000 eager players awaiting the update. However, just a few hours later, it went downhill. Players on Discord, Twitter, and other platforms began to complain about the difficulty about the floor. Many criticized new features added and the amount of lag you had to face just to play it. The creator of Pressure and the man behind Rooms, the inspiration behind Doors, Nico Rocks 555 soon posted their own backlash against this update. The excitement was gone. Just a day later, Splash released a patch note regarding the removal of many issues the community expressed, including the removal of the heartbeat minigame, certain rooms, etc. Though even after these changes, there were still complaints. But, of course, many people, especially anyone on Twitter, love to complain. So let's check the game out ourselves. Floor 2 begins in the elevator from door 100 crashing down. We are introduced to this floor's version of locked doors, generators. Instead of finding one single key, in a generator room, we are to find normally about 2 fuses to insert into it and pull the lever to power up the door. And now, as we exit this room, we will be faced with many challenges. So let's review some of the new entities. First, we have the Gloom Bats, which appear to be a hybrid between a bat and a moth. On arrival, the swarm will break all the lights in the room, and if you're holding a light source that is on, some will attack you and take a small bit of your health. The next entity is called a Giggle, which clings onto ceilings and when walked under will fall onto your face, jump scaring you. The last new entity is one we'll save for later. Some of the tweaks to the original entities include Eyes being able to teleport, Rush shaking the room on arrival in Floor 2, Hide having a new form and only allowing you to enter a locker once, Halt having a new room, and Figure being buffed. We'll be faced with most of these entities, new and old, until around door 115, where we see the Figure drop down from the pipes into a chasm. And a few doors later, we meet it again. In this encounter with the Figure, we simply have to make it to the next door. This encounter, in my opinion, is a great extra little challenge as you await the next major event. If you're a little rusty with the movements of Figure or other things, it may take you a couple of tries, but after locating some safe spots and getting used to Figure's new walk pattern, you'll likely be able to succeed. Around door 140, we have our first Seek Chase. You can now jump to get past the new obstacles, which lasts for half of the chase until we fall into the minecart. Now, I've got really poor reaction time, so I didn't get past this part of the chase. So from here on, I'll be using some others' opinions, Doors Wikipedia, and other sources to review this floor. Moving on, now at door 149, the chase ends, but the minecart keeps going. We hear a faint laugh, which leads us to our last new entity, Grumble. Grumbles are matured giggles, and who I've heard are one of the most annoying entities for this floor, along with Giggle. But that is most likely because of the difficulty of the nest, or door 150. If you turned right on the track, the cart would lead you down to where you'd get thrown off. As you run away from the Grumble and press the button, you are delivered your new task. To get out of the nest, you must locate 4 anchors, and insert the correct code to eventually open the door and escape. This boss fight seems to be most people's least favorite part of the mines. Some say that the previous floor had a good layout, with the difficulty gradually increasing. But in this floor, it seems uneven. A big problem I've seen is that many people get stuck in corners when a Grumble spots them. I've heard tons complaining about the door overall, but it had also been common to see people getting the hang of it after many times of playing it. However, it should definitely be nerfed a bit to make it less unfair. In the end, when all the anchors have been found, and the button is pressed, you make a break for it and climb down into the sewers. We meet Bob and El Goblino again at Jeff's shop, and then head out to the rest of the sewers, where the difficulty is set to 100. Just kidding. But the difficulty definitely is ramped up higher. Around doors 160 to 190, we see the figure again for our last encounter. This time, we have to find the fuses, which has gotten a bit harder because of the figure's new buff, being able to hear more things easily, like opening lockers. Around door 195, there's the second seek chase. This one includes some parkour and mazes, leading us into door 200, the dam. We'll parkour across the goo and go through 3 phases trying to turn the valves. When we turn the last one, seek is drained down, where a generator is found. Pulling the lever, we ascend up a ladder to the door behind the door to the woods. We open the doors to the castle ahead of us, and in conclusion, was doors floor 2 really worth the wait? Well, I don't exactly have a say in this, but from what I've seen and played, I think it was definitely worth the wait. We must consider that the developers also made major updates to the existing floors and entities. Of course, the floor does have flaws, but hopefully with the future mini updates they have planned, many of these will be fixed. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching and I hope you enjoyed. Remember to like and subscribe so we can get to 100 subs. By Millionaires.